Hey there, Scion fans, and welcome to Scion 2nd Edition Masks of the Mythos, the newest Scion 2nd Edition supplement, already successfully kickstarted and on to stretch goals along with Dragon. I am Tyler, Eldritch Echoes Online, and I'll be your master of the macabre for this tale. We are Vorpal Tales, and we have a variety of terrifying tales and awesome adventures we play every day of the week. For other Onyx Path goodness you can enjoy with us. On Saturdays on our channel, you can find us playing Deviant the Renegades, a story called Irradiation Burns. Every Tuesday for January and probably part of February, you can catch us playing Masks of the Mythos and then Dragon. And every Friday, we play Scarred Lands, a story called Dracogenesis. Next month, you can catch us playing, well, actually later this month, you can catch us playing Mage the Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition, a Mythos story titled White Walls on Sundays, and in February, on Thursdays, playing Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition. Look us up on our website at vorpaltales.com. Find our calendar, social media links, YouTube archives of past games, and more. Come check us out and hang out. Special thanks tonight to Astral Tabletop, who make the virtual tabletop we use for all of our games. And to my brother at Nate Mid for crafting the custom sheets we use in Astral to play all these awesome games. And thanks to Onyx Path Publishing for yet more super awesome Scion supplements. Scions of the Outer Dark, please tell the audience who you are and who your character is in this terrifying tale.
Look at that. Hey, I'm not muted now. Hey, I'm at Space Lord PJs. I will be playing Kurt, the Scion of Azathoth.
Hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I will be playing Malcolm, whose pronouns are he, him, who is a Scion of Nyarlathotep. Also, you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever.
My name is Patrick. You can find me on the internet as PattyShakes_, and tonight I am playing Marius, the Scion of Cthulhu.
Hey, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. And I will be playing Lena, the Scion of Alptrom, a very mysterious ocean god.
And I am Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi on the internet, and tonight I will be playing Maria West, the Scion of Gatanothoa.
And I am Devin. You can find me online at Sword of Sullied, and tonight I will be playing Isaiah Baldwin, the Scion of Yog-Sothoth.
Excellent. All right, Patrick, if you would, give us a quick recap on character creation.
Absolutely. We began our descent into madness by going over Lovecraft history, the changes this supplement brings, the mythos gods available, and the new powers they bestow upon their scions. The players also gave a quick summary of their characters. The fun continued after the break, where the setting and the history of the area was described in detail, and our characters determined how they knew one another. Finally, our story began in earnest at Large Marge's Donut Barn, where a dozen equals 14. Marius received a voicemail from his Scion friend, Ben Moore. He asked for help after looking at a painting and requested Marius come over. The group paid for breakfast and traveled to Armstead Spire, a scary, spooky apartment complex. Once there, the group ascended the stairs and Marius picked the lock after Maria sensed there was decay in the room. The group walked into a scene of massive violence and gore, and now the Scions have a mystery to solve.
Excellent. For the audience, for those who didn't see last week, quick note that Masks of the Mythos is slightly different than regular Scion games in that there's more investigation and less punching. However, there still will be opportunity for combat, but this has more of the classic mystery feel of a Cthulhu Mythos style game. We are playing our take with some modifications on the included introductory adventure that you can also check out if you support the Kickstarter at the level that gets you the manuscripts. Okay, quick rundown for those, again, who weren't here last week. Give us the bare necessities in the normal order of your characters.
Oh, man. So Kurt Harrison is a strung out rocker who is a Scion of Azathoth, who is basically the destroyer of all things. Azathoth is put to sleep by instrumentalists in the void, and that is reflected in Kurt being a musician. His callings are creator, liminal, and leader. His purviews are artistry, music, epic stamina, and stars. And he has a birthright, which is the Mad Sultan's Axe, which is an electric guitar that he can call to himself, and it can drive people crazy.
Thank you. Next.
All right, so Malcolm Hodge, who was originally Willow Waktau Wopin, his quote is, "Nothing is quite so mutable as truth." He was born in Delaware and originally was an enslaved person who gained power through learning healing magic, and he came across the Vial of Souls, which, bless you, which he learned to, sorry, knee-jerk reflex. Anyway, he learned how to switch bodies and essentially became immortal in that way, gaining a lot of wealth over time, and he's pretty calm, pretty chill, and his current form is that of an athletic Cherokee American man in his mid-40s, and he actually really likes to sneak a lot of chaos in the work that he does, because that's how Nyarlathotep rolls.
Yes. Another note for the audience that most of these scions are hundreds of years old. No great shock there.
Yeah. I think that about covers it.
Yes, my character is Marius Iro. I am the child of Renaissance nobility, of the Renaissance of Harlem. I am one of those jack of all trades, master of none type of people where I spent a lot of time at university learning just about taking every course I could until the university finally forced me to graduate, where I took a position as a professor for a little while until Nyarlathotep, whatever ever's Mythos is.
You got closer this week.
I know.
Nyarlathotep. It's kind of like
Nyarlathotep. For some reason, those last two syllables just don't want to play for me.
Well, it's like if Nyan Cat and Emotep had a baby.
Okay,
That's
Nyarlathotep.
that might help me in the long run. Anyway, they came and disguised themselves as a student, and after only 6 months, I was discredited and forced to leave the university. So I ended up becoming a private investigator, where my Mythos Cthulhu has just kind of guided me, and I listen to secrets from the deep and attempt to pursue them and follow them in all avenues, hoping to finally figure out why I've been put into this path. Oh, and to describe Marius, I look as if I'm in my late 30s, average build, clean shaven, African American, and I usually try to dress in a somewhat semi-professional way, usually suits with maybe some designer edge or plaid like this, and of course fedora in two twin chest holsters where I keep my firearms ever present.
Thank you.
Okay, I play Lena Galanis. She is an Athenian Grecian woman who worked in her aunt's tour boat company for a little while. Didn't really like that. Met an international art thief and decided she liked that a whole bunch more. Ended up being gifted a small marble statue by her lover. And when she went to investigate the provenance of the piece, she found herself compelled to take her aunt's boat out into the water, where she sailed over the open ocean for a couple days. Dolphins eventually showed up to escort her to where she decided to go take a dive. And that is how she encountered Alptrom, who is now her patron deity. She's a short white woman with sun-kissed skin, brown hair and eyes, and a Rubenesque figure. She dresses very classily. Let's see. She's got a really cool sword, uh, along with the idol of her deity. And then, yeah, I think that's it.
Works for me.
Yeah. Oh, she's got arcane calculus, which that'll be fun to play with.
The signature purview of the Cthulhu Mythos pantheon.
Oh, my turn. So yes, I am playing Maria West, child prodigy, growing up in DC. She is the niece of one, well, actually, like the great-great-great-grand niece of one Herbert West, for those that understand the mythos. And she's super excited and very interested in all things dead and decaying and rusting and dying. She's like I said, she's a child prodigy. She's an inventor, so I'm all about academics and invention and technology and science. Couple of cool things. I can raise a ghoul army, which I find this very interesting, and I want to see how this works. I do have a relic, the Orn manuscripts, and I think, yeah, that's about it in a nutshell. Oh, she is a tall, young. I think I'm the youngest out of everybody.
Yes, you're the only one who's not centuries old, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually say, but I'm pretty sure I'm late teens, early 20s.
Lena's pretty young.
I graduated high school at 15, and I'm only in my second semester of college.
Yeah. I mean, her parents moved to Tampa when she was 17, so, you know, she's at least as old as Tampa. And scuba gear.
But yes, Maria is a tall, young Latina woman, average build, and always sports her raven black hair that's tied up, but today it's under a beanie. And she's always got books and backpacks and pens and paper, and is always studying something.
I'm playing Isaiah Baldwin, an African-American arcanite who was alive before the war, who is only about 8th century old, rather young, and he went and served in the war, came back, realized his city was even more corrupt, and that's when he found his way into being a scion of Yog-Sothoth. And his callings are Judge, Liminal, and Healer. And he has a couple relics that are not from the regular Scion book, like the Talisman of Kinyan and the Horn Sphere. But he basically gets to see a whole bunch of he gets to see a whole bunch of stuff through Yog-Sothoth of the nature of the whole universe, and tries to block most of it out because it's cray.
Excellent. And one last thing for the audience. These Scions are Legend 1 and Awareness 1, a new trait that comes with Scion Masks of the Mythos that lets them... It's sort of an alternate fuel source to power abilities, but also it determines their strength with the Mythos. However, their legend doesn't grow with awareness. They can gain awareness and go mad without gaining legend power. Also, most of these characters have inverted... what's the proper word? I lost it. I'm going to use deviant words if I...
Purview?
Purviews, yes. Inverted purviews and the
Oh.
powers that are associated with them. So you may see like rust and decay as opposed to creation for the inversion of creation. Another unique take from Masks of the Mythos. For the players, quick reminder, you went to the apartment building that seemed to almost fade into the edge of Kingsmouth. Surrounded in fog, and it looks like it has never been updated since the 80s. The inside was drab, run down, very unkempt. Also remember, the voicemail you got while you were at breakfast came in last night, but there was a problem with the delivery to Patrick's character's cell phone. The message was delayed by the entire night.
It was probably my fault. Electronics tend not to work right around me.
You're saying Maria and his character were together last night?
Whoa.
I don't know. I do like to do late night study sessions.
Yeah, Marius isn't about that funny business.
That's hot.
Also, when you got into the apartment, it looked like a massive fight happened because the place was trashed front to back, and there were copious quantities of blood and gore, but no bodies. And that's where you're at.
Are there blood trails?
Everywhere.
Correct. If you mean
Okay.
leaving the apartment, no. You see at least 24 smeared footprints. More than that, you'd have to carefully inspect things to get more details.
I would like to inspect the footprints, and just see how many different types are there.
Okay, you can either give me close combat plus intellect or medicine plus intellect, whichever's a better dice pool for you.
They're both bad.
To get general information, you can give me composure plus awareness, whichever one it is. Brain capacity.
I don't see an alertness.
Yeah, this one doesn't have.
We're looking for. I'm getting a sheet open. Hold on.
My athletics is pretty good.
Nope, I'm going to have you double up on attributes, because you're right, this one doesn't have the skill we're looking for. So we're going to do composure plus cunning.
Okay. That is 7. Nope, I think I typed it wrong.
That did 6 dice, one of which exploded.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Which means you got 3 successes.
Hooray!
3 successes is enough to tell you that there's one usable footprint, and if you could do anything with it, a paw print of some bipedal human-sized creature with 3 clawed toes, and the rest are undefinable.
I assume that I have like a smartphone of some kind.
Yes.
Alright, I will take pictures of the footprints and point out the paw print like, that's weird. What kind of animal makes that?
Anybody who wants can roll close combat plus intellect or medicine plus intellect.
I'll roll close combat plus intellect.
I'll try medicine and intellect after him.
Four successes.
4 successes is one more than you need. You can carry over the enhancement to Your next investigation roll, but not a combat roll. There is not enough blood present here to have killed Ben. And if he had left under his own power, he would have left that trail. Lena indicated was not there.
Is it possible to occult the room?
It is, but let's get Dwayne's character's roll first.
There are 4 successes.
You also have 1 extra that you can carry over as an enhancement to your next investigation roll. You're able to discover that there are hard edges to a few of the blood spatters on the dingy carpet, which implies this is probably where he died, crushed and trampled to death. That's rough. For the question of occult, yes, roll occult plus resolve.
10 again or 9 again?
10.
10 again. Five successes.
Mad insight of Azathoth. You carry over 2 enhancements to your next investigation roll.
Okay.
And you notice the lingering effects of an eldritch presence here. There's a spot against the wall that's large and barren, big enough for a painting perhaps. And you can see that the air is moving in strange patterns there.
So he's just walking around the room, sort of like not bobbing to himself, just like, wait, what? Missing painting, eldritch on the wind. There's a painting missing.
A painting missing? What?
Yeah, and the room's weird. Very weird.
The art thief would like to examine the missing painting.
Untold Stories Project, thank you for the raid. When you search that area, Lena, I won't make you roll again. You see there's a few disrupted spatters of blood low on the wall. It's probably where the painting was propped up at. That's what that would indicate. It hit something and went around it. A light smear of blood starts gradually in the middle of the room and stops in that spot.
I will point this out to everyone else in the room, and Lena will express a little bit of confusion, like, what could have done that? Also, really, what kind of animal has a paw print like that?
Explain what happened with the painting again, with the blood splatters?
Something was dragged towards that wall and then just stops abruptly before the wall.
Did they drag into the painting? Or did the painting drag into him? Is there a chimney there?
No.
You did say
No
the
fireplace in this apartment.
You said the walls all like, but like that heat effect.
Your Azathoth Scion can see that with his roll. You don't see that.
It's warm, you said?
No. It's wavery.
Oh,
lingering miasma of supernatural energy
right.
moving through the air currents.
Yeah, like lingering currents. Like music through your head, man. It's kind of bogus stuff.
Do you ever not talk lyrical?
Why?
Having been his friend for several weeks, you would know. No, he doesn't.
I would ask anyway.
I'm just here, like we're all here, but not here, existing in this room.
Where someone got eaten by a painting.
Right.
Because that
After
makes
being
sense.
after being crushed or trampled.
Yeah.
Bogus. Like,
So,
And, as a reminder, this was a Scion of Odin. It was a war Scion.
oh.
so Man gets trampled. Man gets dragged into painting. Painting goes missing. Well, looks like the case is solved.
Do we know what the painting might have been of?
He didn't say. It was indescribable. He tried to describe it on the voicemail and was not able to properly convey the horror of it.
Are there any personal electronics in the room? So a laptop, a phone,
Not in this
digital
room,
camera.
but it's more than a one-room apartment.
Right. Yeah. So that's what Mary's like. The obvious scene is obvious to him. Like he's seen a dozen murder investigations. He gets it. It's time to start finding the smaller clues.
In the bedroom, there's an open laptop with a low battery. Like someone opened it, used it, and just tossed it there when they were done.
Okay. I will. How low is this? Like critically low? It's gonna turn off.
No, you could use it.
Here.
It's just
okay. I will start going through it. The first thing I'm going to look for is if it's recently synced with a phone or any other device like that. Like if he has this synced up to any other accounts.
No. Scanning it quickly. Give me a technology plus intellect.
You didn't tell us where you were going, did you?
I mean, you can obviously see me walk into the next room.
Right, it's a one-bedroom apartment.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I don't follow.
Is this, if you're not training the skill, is there a penalty like there is in Chronicles of Darkness, or no?
No.
Okay.
You don't get the -3 intellect penalty for this one.
And then how do enhancements work again?
I set a difficulty usually between 1 and 3. If you exceed the number of successes needed, they become enhancements. If you have enhancements, if you succeed on the roll, you can use them to make the success better. So, like, if you got 1 success and needed 3, you can use enhancements to get there.
Okay. Because one of my knacks is while you're investigating an event or scene, you are casing, and while casing, you gain +1 enhancement to rolls to discern motives or search for clues.
The reason it doesn't just say +1 success is you can also use enhancements to buy stunts. Gotcha. In this case, though, it would just be a success.
All right, cool. So then I'll just roll my intellect and whatever, and then I know I have a +1 enhancement.
Correct.
3 successes.
Okay, it's 1 more than you needed, so you have free enhancement now, which means +2 on the next investigation roll. Slight body horror warning incoming. Reading through the files, you find numerous unpaid bills, multiple pawn shop addresses, a file of booking names and amounts owed and due dates, all of which are a week away except one, to some guy named Gilman, 1L, not fish person L, Sean. That was due last week, and is in bold, GILMAN. And then your nose assaults you. And you notice that under the leg of the bed is a pile of vomit. Next to a shiny costume plastic badge in the vomit.
Next to a what?
Shiny plastic costume badge landed in the vomit.
I assume as a PI, I keep
I'm assuming you would have some gloves or something.
Yeah, I would like to put on my latex gloves or whatever and just gingerly pick it up.
On the back, it's just a fake plastic Halloween badge, but on the back it says Harold's Year-Round Halloween Shop. And you see Harold's Year-Round Halloween Shop. And you see farther under the bed, not covered in anything gross, where it appears a cell phone landed in slid.
I will take that too. The amount owed to Gilman, does it say the amount or is it blank?
Yeah, and it makes you blink because it's 5 figures. Yeah, 25,000 G's. I bet poorly on that. whoever that
Buddy,
was.
buddy, what you doing? Ben,
remember-
my dude.
Now remember, your friend, which you already knew from last session, was Scion of Odin, who missed his chance at glory. He failed one of his seekings and never really recaught that fire. So he spends most of his time attaining small glory, and then whenever he gets awards for those, usually trophies, because you get glory by winning sports events and stuff, he hawks them so he can gamble. He's down and out, burned out, 50-year-old failed Scion of Odin.
Because I have the knack to be able to wirelessly and not without touching electronics use them, I'll open up on the laptop an email to myself and just copy over all of the booking names and amounts as well as the pawn shop receipts. And then
Okay.
I'm going to start taking notes as I open up the cell phone and start going through it.
Oh, wait. I gotta come back to something in a second. You open the cell phone, and it's locked.
Mhm.
Maybe crack it. Technology plus cunning.
We'll try it.
Your +2 enhancements will count here.
Cool. That's going to be useful because I still don't have any technology. 2 successes.
So it's one of those swipe patterns, and you're like, I wonder if it's Odin's rune symbol. Oh, look, it was.
Hey!
You needed 4 successes with your enhancements. You had it.
Heyo!
Uh,
I am the best hacker alive.
you slide through recent activity, and you see 2 things. Your friend called the Kingsport Police Department, and then he called the Whisper Auction House, and then he called you.
I'm gonna guess the auction house might be where he got that painting from.
And the web browser on the phone is open to Google Maps. The Levy Collection House, an art gallery, kind of well known in the area. Now we're going to quickly move back to the living room because I just remembered our Scion of Azathoth got 5 successes on a Mythos-related roll.
Hey,
Your awareness
that's right.
moves to 2 in the
Oh,
first
yeah.
scene, baby.
Oh, wow. I want to do something else, too.
Can't yet, because as you're wandering around figuring out sound lyrics, everyone else slows down.
Oh.
Almost like time is slowing down for everyone but you. And a dreamlike haze enters the apartment as you have a surreal moment where you remember whatever it is that terrifies you the most, while you experience a feeling of drowning and fighting for breath.
Why is this happening?
For the rest of you, Marius comes out of the bedroom and starts to tell you that he found something, when suddenly Kurt gasps for air and falls to the ground, and you all look at Kurt, and he has 5 o'clock shadow and looks exhausted. Kurt, for you, 8 hours passed where you couldn't breathe and you were clawing for breath and gasping for air, or crawling around on the ground screaming for help.
What? Okay. Wow.
Facing awareness is not pleasant.
Okay. What, like, did I see anything?
Nope, that's
So you're-
just the side effects of raising awareness.
Your life flashed before your eyes.
Yeah, and your worst memory. And for a moment you saw the abyss of outer darkness, and the mad Sultan Azathoth roiling over and over in his infinite chaos while the demons pipe it to sleep.
Huh. Seen that channel before. Just kept trying to change the channel. No, can't breathe.
Are you okay?
No, can't breathe. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No. Yes. No.
That's a fair assessment of the situation.
I am starting now-ish. Anyway.
Good. This is weird even for you.
I mean, yeah, totally heinous.
Hmm.
Did you just break out with the German accent? Is that new?
French.
Oh.
He's French.
Never noticed that before. Cool, man. That's awesome. You stay French.
You're on the ground, Kurt, and when you go to push yourself up, you notice something that wasn't there before, and you can all see this. There seem to be little bits of jewels scattered around the area where the picture was that weren't there a minute ago.
Jewels?
They defy description. Like, you look at them, and the colors seem to change while you're looking at them, and some of them have colors you haven't ever seen before. You don't have words for. And, like, the angles are wrong. They twist in ways that aren't possible.
Is this on the wall where the painting was, or just kind of in the general area?
Scattered on the floor like they were dropped or fell off something. Only a few of them.
Are they like scales?
Jewels. But
like
impossible jewels.
Oh, I was thinking maybe they were like scales from the monster, but they were jeweled.
No, these are definitely precious crystals of some kind, yeah.
Oh. Kind of
But not from Earth. You pick one up. It feels like it's squirming in your hand and then just dissolves into mist.
Ew.
Okay.
Kind of pushes those away. Just there. Ew. Ugh. Gets up, brushes himself off. Kind of looks at the wall. I don't like you. And touches the wall and uses where'd it go? Rust and Decay, which I roll a creator skill roll. Which, what is that again?
So,
like the calling creator?
Whenever it says a creator skill roll, it means you're gonna roll your dots in the calling, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
Yes.
2.
And then you also roll your creator skill, which in your case is whatever we're using for music. So
artistry, whatever.
Occult or artistry, either one works for you because of your magic.
Oh wow, there is no. Interesting. Okay, gonna roll this. 1 success. Can I spend my 2 successes from previously?
What are you trying to do?
Just melt the wall because I hate it now.
You might not need that. Let's see.
Okay.
1 second. Pulling up Rust and Decay.
Yeah, if it's a mundane thing, it just happens.
Oh, okay, yeah. If the item has a defensive scale or armor that increases its scale against force, then you must match that additional scale. Size 0 items are destroyed instantly without a roll.
Right, and what are you trying to do?
Just destroy most of the wall because I don't.
Yeah, you can take out a section of plaster without any roll.
Okay. Look, that's what you get, wall. Yeah. Don't mess with me.
Not knowing whether that happened because
it's concrete behind it. Sorry.
Not knowing whether that happened because Kurt touched the crystal, Maria will take a peanut butter sandwich out of her backpack and drop it on the ground, and then use the sandwich baggie to pick up one of the crystals.
What do you do? There's a scent, and he picks it up off the floor and starts eating it.
It's covered in blood.
Delicious. No. Oh, that's not honey. Damn it.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't put strawberry jelly on it.
The blood doesn't taste like blood. It tastes rotten. You know, like how lettuce smells when you leave it in the fridge too long. It tastes like that.
Oh, I love that smell.
It tastes like what? What is wrong with you?
No.
Get out. Get the fuck out.
However, the jewel stays in the baggie.
Core. I will throw that into my backpack. Actually, no. I'll scoop up as many as I can.
There's 2 left, so because he took care of one. You
Lena
have both of
would,
the ones. Sorry, it didn't disappear. Sorry, Lena, go ahead.
Lena would like one.
I don't have an extra baggie.
I'm sure he's got a baggie in the kitchen.
He does. You go look around in the kitchen.
Yes.
You find nothing of interest except he doesn't cook much. Piles and piles of ancient Chinese fast food boxes, towering a few feet above the trash can. But he does have baggies. And
Okay.
a lot of stale fortune cookies. Like a lot.
Okay.
You know how like they're not bagged quite right, or he opened it and forgot about it, now they're squishy.
Mm.
Ugh. I will spend a couple moments to feel really bad for him.
Okay. You glance in the bathroom on your way past 2 and again notice nothing of interest except he also didn't shower much apparently. It's really clean shower, really dirty toilet. Fresh bar of soap.
Oh, this guy was such a sad sack.
Oh God, I'm just picturing what he smelled like on the daily, and
You knew him. You don't have to picture it. He
That's
bathed
true.
in cologne to hide it. Like
I'm about to say Patrick is picturing. Marius is just like,
you know how you get that bottle of very sexy for him, and you squirt just a little dab, and it's overpowering. Pour it over his head.
You're supposed to
man
stop
had a bandolier
doing
of
that.
Axe. Man had a bandolier of Axe body spray at all times.
You're supposed to stop doing that when you graduate high school.
Or college. Sometimes people just don't get the hint. Or maybe, now.
I will walk out from the bedroom, put the laptop and the phone on top of each other, like on the like whatever table he would have. That I'm sure is just covered in grocery bags, old mail he didn't sort through, and like empty drink containers. I'll kind of like clear a space, put those things there, for us to pick up. I was about to leave, and
It's like
as
a
I'm
sad movie level of past due notices.
Yeah, that and a bunch of empty energy drink cans. I will as I'm just crossing.
Miller High Life cans everywhere.
Oh, of course.
Oh, poor bastard.
Of course.
Does he have some Axe body spray in the bathroom?
Probably.
Very sexy for him. It's an actual brand.
Oh, yeah. Kurt just kind of sprays that on.
It's the male cologne made by the lingerie company everyone should know that I can't think of. Victoria's Secret.
Oh, yeah, sprays that on.
I did not realize it was a thing. Oh, okay, good to know.
Really nice.
I learned something. I learned something tonight. But just very casually, as he puts those two clearly critical pieces of information down on the table, I'll just be like, as I'm passing through to go to the kitchen to just kind of look for other clues and whatnot. Has the group figured out what the animal is yet? And I will just as I'm passing through to the kitchen, just kind of making it known, look, I found very important things. Have you figured out at least one thing yet while I've been gone?
You do see Maria holding a baggie and Lena holding a baggie with impossible gems that shouldn't exist. The colors are beyond description and the angles are wrong.
My expectations are shattered.
Wait.
And then you see Kurt eating a blood-smeared peanut butter sandwich.
Or maybe they're not. I don't know.
Thought it was jelly. Not jelly.
Of course you did.
I'm just not going to deal with that right now. I would like to appraise the gem, if possible.
You have no way to do that because you can't even figure out what the color is.
Okay.
It's a color out of space.
Oh, man.
No.
Not of this earth.
The alpacas are fine.
No.
I'm gonna go check the alpacas. Be right back.
I would like to step out of the room, and call the auction house.
Okay. Well, Did he tell you about that yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would wait. I would probably wait for us to reconvene somewhere before I start giving out details.
Okay.
Especially like I just kind of be after I'm looking in the after I look in the kitchen, I'd probably give everyone a rundown of what I've concluded so far. I'm going to be specifically looking to see, since he is a disgusting pig that never picks up for himself, I would like to see if there was an unusual number of dirty dishes or at least dirty glasses, or an unusual amount of a liquor or wine or something missing, indicating that at least some of the footprints or some of the blood here might have been somebody he invited over or somebody that he had a meeting with or something like that.
There is no indication of that.
Okay.
However, there's also no... two things stand out. There's no blood in the bedroom, but obviously somebody was in there. The laptop, you can tell by the way it landed. Somebody was using it, dropped it, and left. It's not like Ben closed it up and put it where it should be. And the lock had been messed with, but very professionally.
Can I determine the timeline of massacre in the main area, vomit on the ground, lock being tampered with, and laptop being tampered with? Can I get like an order of events of those things?
Because there's no body, no, but you can see when the message should have come through, and it was 3 hours before the laptop was dropped on the bed, because you can see the time file was last modified on the computer. And you can see that he didn't call you first.
Right, yeah, he called the police and the auction house
and
first.
Then the auction house, yeah.
Okay. I'll kind of just walk back into the main area where everyone else is. I'll just kind of mentally hit the send button on the email I was composing with all the evidence. I originally said just address it to myself. I'll address it to everyone's smartphone email. And I'll just be like, this is what I've found so far. It appears my friend was quite in debt. I think our first step should be talking to this Gilman and checking out this Halloween shop, and finally figure out where this painting came from. I think it either came from this auction house or maybe one of the pawn shops. And finally, figure out why he was trying to find out the directions to a Levy collection house. Do any of you know any of these leads?
I know where you can get donuts and not bloody peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Oh, Kurt. So of course we will start by large marges to satiate the beast, as you might put it.
I don't need to go now, but maybe later.
But if we do not go
on
now,
the way
then
back,
it would be in the middle of one of our meetings. You will just make a scene and demand that you have food, and then we get to nowhere.
Maybe if we stop for cheeseburgers.
Okay, Kurt, I'm gonna need you to focus right now. Do you recognize any leads?
Any of the leads? Focus. Okay, so there was
Kurt,
a wall.
you have a question. Why Lena?
Yes, Lena has...
sorry.
Oh.
Kurt has a question. Why are Lena and Maria holding empty plastic baggies? That's weird.
Well, first of all, he was going to comment how much of the bastard the wall was, and then it splittered jewels all everywhere. It dissolved in his hands, and now he can see it in his hands. Probably no. That's just smudge eyeshadow. Anyway, so those two wasting peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. How is it in the bag? Maybe baggies have special occult properties to counter occultness.
No. You want to know why they're holding empty. plastic baggies.
Wait, they're empty now?
According to you, they are.
Why?
Do you look down? Do you look down, Maria?
Yes.
Yeah, it's empty.
Oh.
Why? No. You wasted a perfectly good peanut butter jelly sandwich. You put the thing in the thing because you couldn't see it because it was, but you couldn't describe it, but you could see it, and then it's still there. I bet you it's still there. You should just squish with your hands on the baggie, and I bet you it's still there. It's like turned a color we can't see. It's gone like plaid or infrared. Yeah.
So
I
when
am-
we put the gem in the baggie, like there was probably a sense of weight.
And now that you think about it, no. That's weird.
Oh. I'm just gonna stick my hand in the bag.
You know how when it's really, really, really foggy,
Mm-hmm.
the air is slightly damp? It's like that.
I probably just dissolved it. That sucks.
I am of the confusion. Were the peanut butter jelly sandwiches spiked?
You know, honestly,
Is that why he is calling them plaid?
half of the things that
That
come
is
out
a
of
color
his mouth-
pattern, no?
Yes,
They don't make
it's
sense
part of
to
the
me.
spectrum.
So did anyone get any concrete evidence? Or is this just me?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, Kurt
Brag.
found concrete,
Humble
but
brag.
other than that, no.
It's good to know.
There's a missing painting.
Levi Collections was mentioned. Would my character know anything about that?
What was mentioned?
Levy Collections?
The Levy Collection House?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or the Whisper Auction House? I did name both of those.
The Whisper Auction House doesn't mean anything to you guys, but I'm checking the other one.
You know, if getting into the auction house is a money thing, we could go in there and I could put some money up to possibly buy something.
Oh, I don't need money to get into an auction house, but thank you.
Yeah, the Levy Collection House is an art gallery. So you probably would have heard about it then, yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, there goes my idea for a date then.
Oh, well, let's not get too hasty.
The flirting can do later. What do you know of this place?
What do I know of this place? Oh, I should probably open up Discord.
You know it's a really nice, reputable art gallery, but I mean, you can look it up if you wanted to. Like on a phone or something.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, you definitely find something. Scene of multiple homicides early last night. The Kingsport Police Department has custody of the scene and it's locked off to the public.
So, yeah, so Lena just, like, starts, like, Googling on her phone, and then her face just falls, like, oh. I don't think your friend is the only person who died. Like, I'll show my, I'll show my phone screen with the headlines.
Maybe the paintings at the painting house were related to the painting here, and somebody stole them. Stolen paintings in the wind.
As much as I hate to admit it, Kurt might be right. There are no bodies here, and there seems to be bodies there. And the only thing in common between these two places is art.
Well, whoever took the painting from here could have stopped at the art gallery initially looking for it there, and then just tracked in blood.
True.
Or
Could have started
And
there
and tracked in
here.
the bodies as well.
It was a
There's
bear.
no bodies here.
Because we got bear prints.
Exactement. No bodies here. Bodies at the gallery.
What you know about the Levy auction house, or the Levy, art gallery, Lena, is that it actually is a family's collection. The Levy estate puts their art on display for people to come see.
Okay, so
So it's not an independent art gallery. It's a family's showcase
Okay.
to show off that they're rich.
okay.
Or it wasn't.
So perhaps the family were the ones who died last night. That would be terrible. So I look a little bit in like headlines to sort of like under the assumption that if they had just gotten in a new piece or artwork of some kind, like there might be a little blurb like come see our new horrible Cthulhu statues.
So
Easy, what
Sarah,
would you say about the old one?
Sarah Levy was the matriarch of the family that turned most of the art pieces into a gallery. Sarah Levy has died. Her granddaughter is the one who's now in charge. The girl's name is Sarah, if you remember correctly. Or, I'm sorry, Alexa, if you remember correctly. You don't know anything about any special art pieces being showcased recently, but it does have some disturbing things in the collection, yes.
There might be some links here. Is there any way to figure out exactly what painting was in this room? Because if we know that, I could probably trace its provenance.
Not from what you have in this apartment.
Hmm.
He didn't say anything about it on the message, did he? He didn't name it. He just said
No.
No,
Did-
but he said I have this evil painting, which is weird in and of itself. This guy's not an art collector. And it's not like he had a canvas, because you can see from the blood spatter it had a frame, like one of those heavy frames.
Can we get the measurements from the?
Yes.
Okay. We'll
Which-
take that.
Yeah. You can just say you write them down, the actual numbers don't matter. But
Yeah.
yes, you know its exact size.
Perfect.
I'd like to check out the animal prints.
You could roll science plus intellect.
I will help with this.
Yeah. I have the intellect, the science not so much.
You got Marius. If you want to help,
successful.
you would roll first. Okay.
Okay.
So you get a +1 enhancement from Marius on your roll, Malcolm.
All right.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you
apparently
can't
I
do
can't
it.
do it.
It is an unknown animal. Like, it doesn't seem to match any animal that you've recognized.
So we have a bear art thief.
It's definitely
No.
not a bear, too small. It's definitely not a wolf, wrong
It's
shape.
not a bear.
Or a dog.
So
Not a cat. Claws are not right.
Well,
and you definitely said it was bipedal as well.
oh. So it's a bear
Not a lot
that
of
can
bipedal
walk,
bears.
can walk upright. Is there a circus in town?
I don't think that's the lead.
There is
we
a
want
really
to
weird and creepy
chase
carnival
down.
over in Arkham.
Would I have been to that creepy carnival?
It's unrelated to this joke.
Don't,
A lot of these are inside jokes to Lovecraft stories.
do not want to derail, so no.
And then, what was it about that Gilman fellow again?
He was the bookie. 25,000.
Well, probably wouldn't kill him because then you definitely don't get your money back.
Exactement. Dead men do not pay.
Right, that's why you break their legs. Well, it seems like we should investigate the levy collection and this Gilman person first. Who knows? Maybe he said something to Gilman about I'm receiving a valuable painting, and that will help alleviate my debt to you.
En plus, the Halloween shop. It might be, how you say, red herring, but important to chase down nonetheless.
That's fair.
So,
Shall we
as a group,
take care of the
or
red herring?
do we split up?
So
B.
before we
So mean.
leave the apartment, can I use journeys to see if there was a doorway used that we can't see?
You can. Your power lets you see if there's a shortcut to somewhere or if there's a hidden or secret portal. There is not. Currently.
I would like to use one of my innate stars boons and ask you a question, Tyler. Because
Okay.
once
Lean
we're
in
seen,
and ask.
I'm allowed to divine unknowable information from the stars. I can ask a single question about outcomes of an action you or your bandmates want to take. Any of these locations, well, which of these locations is the best one for us to go
To accomplish what goal?
to accomplish learning more about painting? Like being able to actually get to the painting.
To learn about the painting itself?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. One moment. None of the above. You should try talking to the police. Because you're not getting into the Levy house. Because there was a crime scene.
All right.
And even if you did, there's probably still cops there because it happened last night. It's this morning. It hasn't even been 12 hours. And in real life, CSI takes a long time.
Just from previous engagements I've had in other cases I've worked, would I not be able to get on the crime scene as a PI?
Unlikely this soon.
Okay.
Unless you have a direct connection, which you don't.
Okay.
Short of saying, this guy was my best friend and he's dead too, come check out all the blood, and then guess what happens?
Right. Yeah. This is one of those crime scenes we don't want the police to come to.
Especially since your handprints and boot prints are all through the blood now and touching all the surfaces. Love that. 5 suspects right here.
Just
Whoa.
burn the place down.
Gloves.
Yes, but you
Never
still
actually
walk through the living
touch
room
things.
covered in blood.
I could talk my way out of it.
I'm famous.
You'd need to burn all those shoes.
I got yours.
That's what fate tells you, is you should talk to the police. And then you're either going to have to hack into the database or sweet talk a mouthy cop to get what you want. But I shouldn't say mouthy, that means rude. Sweet talk a loose-lipped cop.
I'll look over at
Marius probably knows one.
Marius. we're not going to get any information from the actual levy house, but perhaps you know of an officer who might have the gift of gab.
How is it Zeno that the house is a dead end?
Combining the fates, I can see we don't have a chance of getting in there. However, the information we might need is already.
Where?
You do know a patrolman, but things didn't go so well last time. He wanted a honey and you only had 50.
Great.
And you were both drunk. You may have punched him in the dick. However...
that does not sound like a Marius move. He's not a dick puncher.
However, Lena's his type.
I will look at Lena. Mon chéri, if you consent, I believe we can get the information we want if we run a bit of, how you call it, the honeypot.
Done worse.
Parfait.
Let me go clean up a little bit in. Oh, I suppose that bathroom's perfectly acceptable.
Let's not leave any more DNA here than we have to.
That's a good point.
Well, allons-y.
How about we remove our shoes before we step blood in the hallways?
He's got a placemat.
I was going to say, I just gestured to the welcome mat.
Yeah, it's the welcome mat. Sorry, not a placemat.
Yeah, and like we can rinse off our shoes, like just inside.
Kurt would
and
just
then step
actually
out.
take off his shoes, decay them, and then just walk barefoot wherever.
What was your plan, Lena?
To rinse off our shoes inside, and then put them back on outside.
Does Lena say this before Kurt wrecks his shoes?
Doesn't matter.
Probably as he's doing it.
Yes, totally.
Does anyone have a spare pair of sandals for Kurt? This probably happens a lot.
No.
Marius definitely does not own a pair of sandals.
He would just go up to the next person he sees and like pay them for their shoes, maybe.
Funny you should say that, because who opens the door first as you exit the apartment?
Uh-oh.
Not me. I'm grabbing the laptop and phone, so I wouldn't be first.
I would probably walk
I have an
up first.
idea. Can I use journeys to make the door open to somewhere else?
You could, but you wouldn't have thought of that because you didn't know you needed to.
Well,
Plus our cars outside.
maintaining not leaving evidence.
This isn't about the evidence. This is something else.
Damn. Well, I tried, guys. I'm sorry.
Kurt would
What
probably.
were you going to
open
say,
his door.
Lena?
He could take the dead guy's shoes. Wear those.
No.
There are spare shoes in the bedroom. Yes, Kurt.
I
A
imagine
little too
Ben's
big,
a bit.
but
I'm gonna say a little
it's
bit
small.
too big.
Does Ben have any sandals? Any like flip flops?
Ben does have a pair of flip-flops, but because he's a size 12 and you're like a 9.5, they make an extra annoying slap sound.
Well,
Oh,
here what
God.
would happen is he would
Does
do
Ben
that.
own Crocs?
No, he would whatever Crocs, flip flops, whatever. In fact, he might even do it with the flip flops and then Crocs. He would go get them, walk back through, realize he walked through blood again, decay those, go back into the other set, walk back, and just like fuck it, and like go out the front door.
You got one hot pink and one lime green.
Nice.
And they're well used too, like you can see the outline of Dirty Foot.
Oh,
Mm.
gross, but cool because
This
inspiration.
guy was Why was this guy my friend again?
Yeah, this guy's really gross, man. Like, what
This
is
does
going
not
You don't-
seem like a friend of Marius's.
You're a PI, Marius. You have a lot of friends. You call them
Okay,
assets.
fair, yeah.
Plus, he punches really hard,
All right.
and he can turn anything he holds into like a bludgeon of hammer of God.
All right, acquaintance.
an asset.
So is Kurt going out first, or Lena?
Yeah,
or
I would
Maria?
imagine Kurt would be going out first.
I would be afraid to touch the handle.
Lena's by the side of the door, like looking into her compact and like putting face powder on.
So Kurt, you open the door,
Mm-hmm.
and the apartment's here, and there's another apartment here, right?
Right.
So like your door opens this way, and theirs opens this way. If you open them at the same time, they'd almost hit.
Right.
If that door's open, and you walk out and stare directly into the eyes of a neighbor, who can see directly into the apartment, see all of you standing in the line.
Hi.
Luckily, you're blocking the blood, so
Hi.
for like a beat, you just stare at each other and blink. And this is hold on. Where's my appearance? Ah, okay. She's an athletic, middle-aged woman.
Mm-hmm.
Looks you up and down, looks at your pants, at your sandals,
Mm-hmm.
and makes the most disgusted, you don't dress proper face you've ever seen.
Right, because I'm...
Looks behind you, sees Lena, who's obviously, Lena's always dressed to the nines, I assume. And smiles and says, "What are you doing in my neighbor's apartment, young lady? And who is this ruffian? This degenerate?"
Oh god, I don't necessarily.
Did Tyler
want to-
describe to us a Karen? Is that what just happened there?
I'm actually going to push my way past without revealing the blood behind and be like, "Oh, how are you doing? You are such a lovely, lovely lady to be in an apartment place like this." And I'm going to use honeyed words to get this person to leave us the heck alone.
That's
Give
a
me,
lot nicer than what I was planning.
How does honeyed words work?
Well, I'm hoping it works as I'm expecting.
I
Choose a
don't
person-
actually know.
Choose a person to be your charge, spend a momentum, and give them a direction or suggestion. When they act on that direction, they gain +2 enhancement to do so as long as you're watching.
That's a boost.
Mm,
But you can still make persuasion plus presence.
So I will cut in and be like, "Oh, dear cousin Ben, it got too much to him. He's in a rehab facility right now. We're just getting his toothbrush and some changes of clothes, and he's a good cousin to all of us, and we've got to lean on each other for support in these trying times."
You have the momentum, so you can give the bonus to Lena.
okay, was that manipulation
No, you don't have to roll that if you're going to actually buff Lena. That's what that power is for, is to buff
Oh.
Lena. Or a party member.
Okay.
What's the bonus?
Ah.
I think they said +2.
Yeah, +2 enhancement.
Go ahead and roll persuasion plus presence, Lena.
And
Okay.
if I have a bond with the person, I can forego the cost of a
You
momentum.
do, so you can.
Uh-huh.
Neat.
That's actually really cool power then, yeah.
Okay, let's see if
It
I
didn't
clicked
work out
right.
like I thought it would, but it worked out anyway.
Let's see. There we go. Looks like 2 successes.
That got 4. You needed 2. So you can hold on to those 2 successes and use them as enhancements to another social roll, Lena.
I will do that.
She puts down the cell phone that you didn't notice she had dialed the 9 and the 1 on. And smiles at you. Says, "Oh, I understand. It's good that he had so many friends. He was such a colorful man.
I'm gonna lean over and like,
He smelled bad."
we all met in AA. I know it's weird, but
So, where is Ben? Cranes her head around, can't see anything. Haven't seen him come
Oh.
out all morning.
yeah, no, he's in rehab. We're here to pick up his toothbrush and a couple changes of clothes and everything else he needs to get better.
Huh, that's weird. Never heard him leave. especially after all that noise he made.
Nice.
There was a terrible commotion last night. I thought he was having some kind of party. I don't know.
Oh, that might have been him hitting rock bottom. Do you remember any details? Because that would help us help him.
You can burn your 2 enhancements to get 1 piece of information, and then you'll need a new roll for the final piece, which would be persuasion plus cunning.
Yeah, I'll burn the enhancements.
Okay, and then roll persuasion plus cunning.
Okay. Persuasion. There's my cunning. Ooh, I'm good at this. There's my persuasion.
Nice.
3 successes.
Which is exactly what you needed.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Malcolm.
I called the police, and a uniformed officer came by this morning. I don't know what happened. Didn't see.
That was probably the welfare check.
That would make sense.
Is there anything else that you can remember?
Yeah, I gotta make sure I give you what this neighbor says and not the other ones. The officer seemed like he was in a hurry, like he had other things to do, but I didn't see him leave, so I don't know what happened there. Definitely worked at the Kingsmouth Police Department. He was very polite, and he actually listened to me when I talked, which is unusual. And then she talks for 3 minutes about why that's unusual. I heard like a thundering noise and like banging and weird groans, probably weird sex, you know how he is. And the officer listened to all of it. It is weird though, now that I think about it, that he didn't tell me his name or write any notes down.
Oh, maybe just one of those cops.
Maybe.
Did you catch his name?
He didn't give me his name.
Oh, okay. Do you remember what his badge looked like?
It was funny looking. It's almost like it was fake metal.
Show her the badge.
But, you know, maybe they make them out of plastic these days. What do I know?
Show her the badge.
Or what did this fellow look like?
Let me see if this tells me that. One moment. That I discovered the hard way that it's not in the descriptions of the characters. So she tells you, very much like Karen, that he's only a he because he chooses to be a he. You know what I mean? But other than that, the description she can only give you is vague. Tallish, but not real tall. Darkish hair, but not real dark. You know, useless.
Well, you've been a great help, and, please pray for our friend Ben, because, power of prayer really, it does work.
Thoughts and
Lots of
prayers.
You all have a good day now. She shuts her door. Except the hippie, right as the door shuts.
Fuck you, Karen.
There's nothing wrong with being a hippie. Anyway, we should go before she gets more nosy. Nosy.
Exactement.
But yeah, I don't
And
think that
make
guy
sure
was.
to lock the door on the way out.
I've already got like my tools out to do the thing.
Yeah, I don't think that guy
do
was
the
a real
full-
cop.
I do the full lock so I don't have fingerprints.
Wait, would Ben have a spare key that we could have found in his apartment?
Sure, you can have that.
Cool. All right, we'll take that. We'll just lock it the proper way.
On
And
your
now
way
we have a
out
key in.
of the building, you pass a 9-year-old girl hop skipping her way up the stairs with her little, but not going to be little long golden retriever puppy. It yaps at you affectionately. She says, "Hi."
Salut.
It's a funny word. What's that mean? Does it mean like what the soldiers do?
This is French.
French. Is that like French toast? I like French toast.
Somewhat. Do you live on the floor?
Yeah, right there. Points at a different apartment, but still close to where you were looking.
Do you know my friend Ben?
Yeah, the smelly guy. He's always got that raven following him around. It talks to him. And Mommy says I shouldn't say that because it's not true, but it's true. It talks to him. It's a raven.
I'll like lean in conspiratorially, just like, you were right. It does talk to him.
I knew it.
You are very observant.
You have a funny accent. I like you.
Did you notice anything strange about Ben the last couple of days?
Ben, no. But there was that sick police officer who was at his house.
Oh, and then to her, I will show the badge.
That's his
was
badge.
he wearing some? Ah.
Are you a police officer too? Where's your uniform?
I'll just be like, I am much cooler than a police officer, and I'll show her my PI credentials.
Oh, so you're like Mulder and Scully. I watched that with my daddy. Scully's cool.
Just very quietly, so they'll come here and be like, exactement.
Awesome. Are aliens real?
I'll lean in very close this time. Just be like, do you want them to be?
Yes.
Then yes.
That's awesome. And then she makes a very kid-like, wicked face. That mean kid Johnny, I want them to probe him.
Well, I cannot speak for the fact that Johnny will be probed, but you have a very lovely day.
You too. And tell your fellow officer I hope he feels better because I can tell he threw up and he smelled like garbage. What was he carrying, by the way? It was really big and he had it under a blanket and he had a backpack, which is weird. Police officers don't use backpacks.
Can you describe the shape of what he was carrying?
She describes roughly the shape of a painting.
He was Ben is his friend as well, and he was just helping him move some things.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Scully I said hi, and she takes off.
Marius, not for the first time in his life, will think about if Cthulhu had never entered his life. You know, the inevitable family and kids he would have by now. And then just kind of shakes it off. It would appear that our red herring is not so much red anymore. Perhaps we can go to the store and they have records on who bought this badge.
Yeah, maybe a video recording.
Let's have Maria, because Maria hasn't done much. Make us an intellect plus cunning roll to get a piece of information before break.
1 success.
So, people died at the painting house. He calls with the weird painting after he calls the auction house. He probably didn't get it from the auction house. He was probably going to try to hawk that shit like he does everything.
Right.
2 hours pass. Everything goes wrong, calls you. More time passes. This guy shows up, takes the painting. Masquerading as a police officer, or was one, and was crooked, who knows. And with that little tidbit, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Don't go anywhere, audience. We will be back at 10:42 Eastern Time. You were muted, John. And we're back. And we'd just like you to know, a friendly PSA, cooking is not the same as cocaine. So where were we?
Well,
It's really good food.
We were about to go and check out a
Like a
costume shop.
toad. Right. So, got the information from the cute little X-Files fan. Now what?
wait,
We're gonna-
hold on. I gotta rewind a second. How does a 9-year-old girl know about X-Files?
Yeah, Lena wants to know what's up with that girl's parents. That they're
Good
late for work.
parenting.
Wait, no, whoa. She's
Good
not normal.
parenting.
She's a shapeshifter. We need to go hunt her down because she's like really old.
She told you her daddy watches it with her.
Don't trust
The
that
child's
lie.
an alien.
Yeah.
Would you not watch the X-Files
parenting.
with your child, Sean?
I mean,
Not
probably,
anymore.
but
Not.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? When would you start?
so it's funny because Rain actually had a
Ow.
theory about this because she's like, oh, if you sit there and watch all this old stuff, they're going to be weird in school because they're going to be talking about like all this old stuff and not the new stuff, and they're going to get beat up in school. So
That's not weird. That's cool.
that girl gets beat
Yeah,
up in
that's
school.
cool now. That was weird when you were kids.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, plus like the old stuff, like when I was, this will tell you how young I am compared to Sean and Tyler. But when I was a kid, one of the cool kids told me about Indiana Jones in the early 2000s, and I was like, whoa, what is that? Some movie that came out a very long time ago. I was like, man, that's some old thing that I've never seen before. And then I watched this, like, wow, Indiana Jones is super cool. So even a while ago, being the person who brought up the quote unquote old stuff, it was still cool.
Thanks, Peter Parker.
I was just about to say thanks, Peter Parker. Thanks for that PSA, Peter Parker.
There's this really old movie. Star
Peter,
Wars.
where's the party going next?
I believe we decided to head to the Harold's year-round Halloween shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Harold's year-round Halloween shop is across town. It is a small brick building that has definitely seen better days. Open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. On the outside, it's brick, and it's dingy, and it's got the cool little banner you can hang, right? Plastic banner, like the really big one.
Okay.
But the door is frosted over, and it's got the hours on the door and a little Halloween sign, but you can't see anything. And it's just like a quiet street side.
It's like one of those like old strip malls that like everything else went out of business, but somehow this inexplicably is still in business.
It stands alone, actually. It's even weirder.
Oh, okay.
The strip mall's over there. But then you open the door, and you're immediately blasted with patchouli. And it's playing Hotel
my.
California. And
Oh, I
this shop
hate
has
this
never
place.
exited the 1970s.
I don't know.
It is a world of the 70s in here.
No.
There's
everything-
Halloween costumes everywhere. A mannequin is wearing something from a decade ago.
I was gonna say, are the costumes from the 70s too, or there's still some like
Costumes
modern
are from the
costumes as well?
aughts.
Okay.
And the lighting is all moody and stuff. And you walk inside, and what do? Don't seem to be any customers.
Of course
except
not.
you.
It's a good jam, actually.
Can I?
Is there like a bell at the front desk or something that we can bing bong?
There's a man at the front desk.
Oh.
We can bing bong. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Oh my god.
Lena's going to sidle into the aisles, and just see what's on the shelves, and if that maybe matches anything we happen to own at the moment.
Okay. I mean, you find
I'll
the
give-
badges pretty easily.
Okay.
There's a guy at the counter, though. He's 5'4", balding, portly, and very friendly.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab a couple badges off the shelf and then bring them to where I assume people are starting to talk to the owner and just be like, I found the badges.
Yes, he's very jovial. How can I help you wonderful folks today?
Turn off the patchouli.
What patchouli? I love your look.
Monsieur Harold,
Very
I
retro.
presume.
Oh, French. And he like says, hello, how are you doing? How's your day been in French? Fluent.
Ça va bien. Et tu?
And like they have a conversation for like 5 minutes. Make
While
jokes.
they're talking, I'd like to just look and see if there are any cameras in the store, or if this is.
I mean,
That's
there's
what I'm
cameras, but it
I'm
doesn't
hoping
mean
you
they're
guys
hooked to
are.
anything.
I'm hoping you guys are, appreciating the 5 minutes of the one worker not paying attention to you guys.
You find out that he's loved Halloween since he saw the movie at the tender age of 7.
Oh, that's quite the movie to watch at 7.
This is why you don't let 9-year-olds watch
Seems to be a
X-Files.
theme. Seems to be a theme in this world.
This
Oh,
explains
no.
so much.
He asks you if you're looking for anything in particular that he can help you with. There is a security camera, Devin, but I mean, Isaiah, but that doesn't mean it's connected to anything.
Since we've started off hot and we're pretty buddy. I'll just very casually put my PI credentials on the counter. Monsieur Harold, I'm sorry, but I'm actually here on business.
I mean, that's fine too. Can't get me down.
I had a friend of mine come through here recently and buy one of your, and I'll gesture to the badges that Lena brought up. Buy one of these, perhaps a full cop uniform. Would need to know if he stopped by here recently, and perhaps if you have a description or name, or maybe
Oh
even
yes,
a
there
receipt.
was someone here earlier who asked about a police costume. He points towards like the only police costumes in the store. There's 2 left. Obviously, a spot for one is missing.
Is it
And,
like 1970s police?
A
or is it
description?
more-
I can't really remember what he looked like. He was. No, I don't know. His eyes kind of slide over to Lena's hand. Oh, you're gonna buy those badges?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Excellent.
And this man, did he pay
What
cash? The one who bought the badge and the cop costume?
How do you know I had a customer buy a police officer uniform this morning? He points over towards the only 2 police officer uniforms in the store. He was looking at those. Can't really remember what he looked like. You gonna buy those badges, ma'am?
Yes, please. I will pay cash.
Excellent.
Okay, this dude's weird.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'd like to see if this is. I assume Harold and his store are a staple of Kingsport. Do we
Yes.
know if Harold has like a degenerative cognitive disorder, or is he maybe being negatively affected by whatever the stranger in his appearance do to people, causing? Because he's not the first person. Because he's not the first person to not be able to give an accurate description of this person.
It seems to me more like he's either avoiding it at all because he actually just supernaturally doesn't remember, or he might just be gesturing to, if you buy stuff, you might remember.
One of you is gonna need to roll empathy plus cunning, and one of you is gonna need to roll occult plus intellect.
Ooh. I would have 8 on the occult one.
Okay.
Other people are
not good
much
on
better
either
at
of
this
these.
than me.
Occult and what?
Empathy. Well, occult plus intellect, where Maria has 8 dice, or empathy plus cunning.
I can try the empathy and cunning.
Yeah, I would not be good at that
If
one.
Do
if someone wants to do the other one, you said you have 8 dice. If you have 8 dice in that, go like you should do that for sure.
All right, here comes the occult one. 4 successes.
And give me the occult plus intellect.
That was it.
I'm sorry, the empathy plus cunning.
I'm still investigating, so I have a +1 enhancement.
Yep. You have 2 enhancements now, Maria.
Oh.
1 success plus an enhancement.
Okay. Harold is not lying or faking anything. It's not a mental condition or illness. Magic has forced him to forget. Given the power of the magic, it's obviously some sort of Mythos relic that's doing this to him. So this person has a Mythos relic that makes you forget.
Okay.
Lena really wants that relic.
To avoid talking circles, I've kept my PI credentials on the table just in case. I'm not sure how far back he keeps forgetting. Just to keep that there, I'll just be like, the camera, is it hooked up to recording device?
Oh, yeah. Why?
I would like to see it as part of one of my cases. S'il vous plaît.
He gets a friendly man's cunning look. You know, like he thinks he's being devious, but it's obvious he's trying to be devious. Sure, $100.
So, good.
Fine, I'll be useful in some way.
I'm rich. I can give him $100.
Harrius is
Say
not
that
rich,
out loud,
so
Maria. Do you say that out loud, Maria?
No.
Then he only looks at Malcolm and says, "You got $100? I'll take it."
You know, I do.
greasy palms.
He's just waiting for you to give him the $100.
The way of the
I
world.
was trying to think of a way that I could trick him out of it, but I can't think of anything. So I'll go ahead.
I don't think I can have
Handy.
anything either.
I'll go ahead
Give
and
him
hand it
you
over.
give him to what to you is like a single. Here you go. He shows you the camera. It shows an actual beat cop coming in. Looks like he just checks on the guy, friendly. He brings him some donuts from Large Marches and a coffee to the shop owner. And then you see a random customer wander in, looks around, looks confused. Shop owner shakes his head. You get the impression this is a matter of this guy went to the wrong store and is probably strung out or something. And then a dude comes in that you can't see because he's entirely blurred out. But only where he, them, they, it. It's entirely blurred out, but only where they move and stand. Everything around it is crisp and clear, but it's just foggy.
Want whatever he has.
The shop owner talks to him for a minute, points to the police costumes. The blur just stands there for a minute. The shop owner gets this faraway look in his eye and just like stares off into space with his mouth hanging open. The guy takes the police uniform and leaves. A few minutes later, the shop owner snaps out of it and eats a donut.
Actually, I can't ask this because I would have walked away.
Okay.
Is there any way to tell how he would have paid?
He didn't. He made the owner forget he was there and he just took it. Handy.
When we find this person, dibs on whatever he's got that lets him do that.
This
Just
is
so we're
fine with
clear.
me.
Dibs.
Kurt, can you not do your hand wavy kind of thing in the space he stood to see if he, whatever it is, this is that you do? I do not have the words to describe.
I can't turn back time, dude.
No, I'm. Can you sense, as they say in the movie, a disturbance in the force?
Oh, God, you're a Star Wars fan.
You are saying you are not a Star Wars fan.
I'm not talking about this. Anyway, No, I can't do what you're asking me to do. What do you want? I can't look in.
Out of character, I'm just like, whatever your Jack Sparrow-y bullshit is that you can like sense the Eldritch energies and the like. I'm asking if you just go over by the cop uniforms. And, like, sense.
That was just a really good occult roll.
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure that was a power or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
All right.
Whoa, it's all here.
It feels like your character would have some kind of, Jack Sparrow. This is, jar dirt kind of thing.
No, but I have perfect rendition. I could draw a picture of this guy if I really wanted to. If I saw him.
You can draw a picture of a blur really well.
Right.
Question. When what was his name? Harold. So when he kind of like loops out, does it look like he's what does he like look like when he goes to this like repeat? Does he just kind of like stare off into the middle of nowhere?
First point, it's Harry to you, Barry, as your friends now. Second point,
Fair.
he's just like instantly super stoned. Like from
So
sober to smoked 2 joints and hit the bong and ate a brownie and had 2 hours to let it sink in.
Oh
So
boy.
would we know any scions that would have powers to be able to do this sort of thing?
It's not a Scion power, it's a Mythos relic. They already got that from a roll.
Yeah. I want to try something.
Hey.
So I'll look at Marius and I'll say, ask him again about the police officer, and then I'll kind of meander my way around the counter so that I'm next to him.
Okay.
And I'll wait for the question.
So this is what happens. Yeah, there was a guy who came in and bought a police uniform. Holy hell, how'd you, what? Can you teleport?
It was that quick? Damn. I was hoping there'd be a split second.
I mean, there is. What do you want to do with it?
So as soon as he like starts to glaze over, I'm gonna grab his arm.
Okay.
Because one of my purviews is darkness. One of my innate powers is I can enter a person's dream state and make their dreams lucid.
Interesting.
Neat.
And see if I can see the person through his dream.
So-
Even though he's not really sleeping.
He's daydreaming.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's zoned out.
That is a clever reading interpretation of that power.
It is. However, have you heard of the classic movie Barbarella?
Yes.
No.
That's his lucid dream.
Oh.
It's very erotic, and he's a star.
Wow.
Okay. I mean,
And you share the experience.
oh, hey, that's.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with this.
Harold is an interesting man.
Man, he would have been like 12 when that movie was only a few years old. It's about right.
All
He
right.
would have been about 10 years old when he was old enough.
Okay. That didn't work as well as I had hoped, but it was worth a shot.
So
It was very clever. I approve, but it doesn't do anything.
is he all like hazy after that?
Well, as soon as Maria grabs his arm, what happens is they both zone out, and then the shopkeeper says, "Oh, how'd you get there? Can you teleport?" And Maria goes, How did you get so close to me? Where am I?"
Oh, shit.
And then you're like, why am I on this side of the counter? And you look at him, and you share a knowing smile, and then you walk back around to their side.
Damn. So if I tried something, it probably wouldn't work. I was thinking I'd go, "Oh, are you done checking to see if my $100 bill is real yet?"
Oh no, you paid me that to see the camera. Good try. Only the person themselves. Nothing else.
It was worth a shot.
Both of those things were worth a shot, but neither pay off.
All right. Well, I mean, at least we know that somebody has a Mythos relic that clouds people's memories.
And you know that Harold is a fascinating, colorful fellow.
Yes, and that it's well, actually, I didn't watch the video because now that I guess out of character, I can't stand near electronics
No, you cannot.
because weird shit happens when I do. So anytime you guys look at computers or video cameras, I walk away.
The only reason nothing bad happened when you stood next to Harold is he has a mechanical cash register. He's going to be very mad later on when he figures out his cell phone's dead.
Oh.
I will just study the other cop uniforms that are left to see what the missing one would look like in case this person is going to attempt to wear it again.
It's clear that this guy got lucky, that he only ran into the Karen of the apartment complex, who was middle-aged enough to not really get the details of things, because it makes you look like T.J. Hooker. It's not realistic at all.
Okay, it's like a Chippendale police out costume.
Like, yeah, it's got actual pants to it. It's not shorts, but yeah, it's clearly a costume. Because, you know, in real life, you can't make realistic police uniforms. You can, but you're not supposed to.
Okay, well.
It's even the cheap material, like if you stretch too hard, it doesn't rip.
I'll just kind of bang my pack of lucky strikes against my wrist. It was appeared that we're going to get all we get from here. Let us move on.
Where
Harold,
would you like to go next? Yes.
Adieu, mon ami.
He says, he definitely hopes you come back sometime. You should have dinner. He knows a good French place. In French.
Yeah, I figured. Certainement.
Okay. So, are we gonna go to the art gallery next?
If you completely ignore your prognosticator, who already told you that won't work out well for you, yes.
We could, however, go to the cop that has been.
Yeah, so we can.
A certain location that might make him a little aggravated.
Well, so we can deploy the honeypot, or we can go see Gilman, or we can do both at the same time. Ideally, at least 2 people will do the honeypot, Lena, and then someone to watch Lena's back. And then however many people want to go see Gilman, the loan shark / Bookie.
Well,
Wait, so
who likes to watch?
the
Maybe you'd
honeypot
like
was
to maybe you'd like to look up Gilman first?
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of dig into my other contacts I would have, just to kind of get a general idea of this Gilman fellow. Is he kind of one of those more cooler bookies where he's just yeah, man, whatever, and he really he doesn't want to get violent unless he really has to, or is he one of those old school mafia bookies? It's man, you're one day late on your $50 bet, break your leg.
So to answer Maria's question, the honeypot is Lena going to the police officer, because remember, Devin's character used his one free chance to ask me a question, and I told him, yeah, that's what that's all about. Now, for you, Marius, without a role, you learn that Mather Gilman is an eccentric millionaire who's not been seen in over a decade. He rarely leaves his home. And when it does, it's in his black tinted windowed limo, escorted by his personal security. The guards interact with the public. He never does. Then can't even get a glimpse of the man. That's the dice-free information.
So he's a giant recluse.
You could roll research plus resolve to see what you could dig up truthfully, though.
Yeah, I'll run like a background check on him per Ever's instructions.
Roll it.
I'm sorry. What were the skills one more time? I totally
Research plus resolve. Unless someone else has better than you, then they can roll it.
Research. Why am I not seeing research?
Research isn't a skill in this one.
Yeah, resolve is the attribute. Research is...
I do not see
not
a
on here.
research.
Science,
skill.
subterfuge.
How about culture or academics?
Yeah, I have academics.
So
and
research is an added skill. I just realized we didn't put on our custom sheet. It's one that's added by this game, though.
I feel like Marius would have a higher research, or at least some skill dots in research.
Strip 2 dots off anything else you want. Put it in research, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I have academics with a specialty in research.
You can strip your academics and change it to research, Maria.
All right.
And then which of you has the higher pool if you both do that?
I'll have 5.
That was
For
resolve.
Resolve and research. I'll have 5.
Yeah, because it's tenacity.
7.
Then you
All
should
right.
do it.
Yes.
Well,
You can
I'll have
a 3
5.
enhancement.
Actually,
I'll have,
honestly,
I
you
have
should
5
do it.
plus an enhancement because I have my +1 enhancement for doing for searching for clues and doing research.
You should honestly do it because I would probably need to go to a library and look at the old like newspaper clippings machine.
It's true. It would take more time for can't go next to electronics lady.
Yeah. Bad stuff doesn't always happen, but there's always a chance. When chaos
to read
permanent,
electronics lady.
when chaos permanently excretes from your body.
Oh, so I have that issue too. I should not touch the electronics either then.
You can try the system and
1
adjust
success plus an enhancement.
Okay. 2 is what you needed. Nice. Scraping away the veneer of normalcy, you discover Gilman is linked to a number of assaults, money racketeering, and protection schemes. He has 6 bodyguards, all with arrest records for assault, theft, and arson, but are completely left alone by the Kingsport Police Department. Yeah, this guy is real dangerous, if that's what you were looking to find out.
Yeah.
Unless you have underworld contacts or references specifically referenced on your sheets, or you say you actually show up with cash to pay Ben's debt, or make a really, really good persuasion plus manipulation roll, you're not getting past the gate. And if you go there with only the manipulation plus persuasion roll and fail, they will try to beat you down.
Oh, that's great.
And if you just stand around at the gate, they'll call the police who protect them.
Well, I've got some dolphins.
Does he happen to live on the coast? Or does he have a giant lake in his backyard?
Suddenly there's a dolphin in his pool and he can't figure out why.
Okay.
Does he have a dolphin blow up that I can use chaos to make into a real dolphin? And then... That's probably a no.
You'd have to break into his estate to find that out.
On a more serious note, I have a cult of darkness. And the tags are access, archetype, and group.
Okay.
I don't know if that applies.
Would he want to hang out with a rich rock star?
Roll a d10, call high or low.
Let's get high.
Heyo.
Yep. Okay, and then let me roll the dice. Click the dice. There we go. Oh, the dice bot does not like me tonight. Never mind.
Sadly, none of your cultists are underworld contacts. Or at any rate, none of them that are available today.
Okay.
Sorry, mistress, but I have a day job.
I will guiltily look at the rich people in our little our group of scions and just be like, "Does anyone want to front 25 grand?"
If you want to try the roll, you're going to need 4 successes. Persuasion plus manipulation.
Or
I'm gonna double check my sheet.
I could be looking for a house.
Nope.
Damn.
Only thing that'll work is if you're there to pay his debt, you make the roll, or you have underworld contacts. Nothing
Yeah,
else will get you past the gate except violence.
One of my paths is money to burn. So
Okay.
I have money.
I do not ask this
$25,000 in spare cash.
Yeah, as it is 25,000, but
Also, cash that you can get quickly.
Does he want a rare signed album from a burned out junkie rocker?
Cash.
Only.
Unmarked hundreds.
He won't no barter or trade available, huh?
So
one of you is filthy rich enough to split that bill.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at Malcolm. Maria's rich, but not filthy rich.
I might be rich, but there's a reason I'm rich. It's because I don't part with my money easily.
The reason you're rich is because you steal bodies for 5 centuries.
what is he saying? A fool and his money?
Well. So, Marius, you owe me a couple background checks if I ever need them. And your friend's gonna owe me something.
I would not put out hope that Ben would be able to pay any debts you are putting on his head.
Pay? No. I might just borrow his body for a little while for something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I don't think he's taken very good care of that body. I don't think you want it at all.
Isaiah gets a free enhancement from J3 Trillion, and Alina, Marius, and Maria get 1 each. Voodoo Arcade.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Voodoo Arcade.
I feel bad for making fun of you in chat earlier now. I'm sorry.
Don't feel bad.
No.
No.
Yeah. All right. I'll do it.
Oh,
Nice.
Lena will just sort of like put her hand on Malcolm's arm and like, I knew you had it.
So in the 2 hours it takes to get 25,000 cash, yes, Malcolm can get it that fast.
oh, nice.
How are you going to feed your rock star? It's going to be lunchtime. He's going to notice. Now's your chance.
Really like club sandwiches.
Does Large Marge have like a subsidiary?
Oh,
It's like
Oh,
Is there
tiny Tim's
I mean,
sandwich shop?
No,
Sprout and Son's noodle shop?
No, but
I know what it is. It's Large Marge's Deli Barge.
I approve.
we'll save that for a future show because this town does have a burger place for the rock star. Large Marge's Deli Barge. Someone write that down. Seaside locations only. Okay. What they do have is a 5 in and out, guys.
5 in and out, guys. Wow.
Don't ask.
You somehow took the Five Guys name and made it even more sexually questionable.
In the Mythos world,
I love Five Guys. Oh, it's in my mouth all the time.
in the
I
Mythos
now
world,
love Five In and Out guys in my mouth.
I live in In-N-Out country. It's great.
in the Mythos world, the worst of burger enemies are one unit that you either absolutely love and are addicted to, or vilely hate. There's no in between. They do have the hidden menu though, so.
I suspect animal style means something very different.
Wow.
Now, is this one of those burger places that refuses to have just like a plain hamburger?
You can get it, but everyone will give you the side eye. Like
That's
everyone.
fine. That's fine. Marius still gets it. He does not care.
Like the whole restaurant stops for 10 solid seconds. Slow screeching of chairs.
Like, did you just order like a burger on a bun and that's it?
Yeah. Like it's literally just hamburger, not cheeseburger, hamburger, plain with some Heinz 57 on the side. Marius is committed to living up to his role models as the noir detective, and he's like, that's what they would get. Just if it had the plain eggs and black coffee, a plain hamburger.
You guys notice, though, all the rest of you, the second Marius turns away, they really quickly season the meat.
They do what?
They
Quick season the meat.
He's not allergic to season. He's okay with season. That's fine. That's fine. He won't ask for it, and they still put it on behind his back, but that's not going to make him feel angry.
Lena will order hers with the lettuce wrap instead of the bun.
Kurt walks up to the counter and go,
You don't get a weird look for that.
"Can I get a club sandwich?"
What?
Yeah, a club sandwich. You guys didn't ask me. I wanted a club sandwich, not a hamburger.
No, this is the guy at the counter. You want
Right.
what?
Well, he turns around to his friends and says that, and like, yeah, club sandwich, ham, turkey, lettuce, tomato, little bread in the middle.
Oh, the sourdough
cheese.
super stack. Coming up. One sourdough super stack.
That's gonna be a hamburger, isn't it? Okay, whatever.
So just to show off to Lena, Malcolm orders the Kobe beef with black truffle salt and garlic aioli with brie melted on top.
One high roller, fully loaded.
Wow.
Isaiah goes up and just gets the biggest burger twice.
The whole restaurant stops for 5 seconds for you, too. Large Marge Belly Buster Special. Twice. Did you say twice? Twice. Are you sure you mean twice? That's what happens.
For the viewers, Devin, who is playing Isaiah, would actually eat all that unless it was greasy. Yeah, exactly. Voodoo Arcade. Sort of Sully just getting his regular burger order.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, this sounds
Actually-
pretty greasy.
Yeah, but this
I'm going to
isn't-
need to know what Lena and Maria get. This is
Oh no,
important
I
information.
get the Atkins.
Oh, right. You got the
carb,
Atkins burger.
yeah.
I need to know what Maria's getting.
Do they have a menu like down in front, or is it just like up top?
It's a board up top.
Board up top. So I'm just gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna turn to Kurt. I'm gonna say, "What's the fifth thing on there?"
You gonna tell
Mushroom
him the
Swiss
truth,
burger.
Kurt?
No.
Is that what you say, even if that's not what it is?
Yes. And no matter
Okay.
what it is, he goes mushroom Swiss burger.
Okay, that's what I'm getting.
You walk away so you don't wreck their registers. You don't quite hear what they yell.
Burger.
So you all sit down, and you're delivered the veggie burger. Presentation is immaculate. You're delivered the truffle burger. Presentation is immaculate.
Oh,
You're
do they have
delivered
shakes?
4 pounds of hamburgers to Isaiah. Each one is 2 pounds each sandwich, and that's just the meat. Doesn't count the toppings and the bread. It's like a Dagwood. And they deliver it with a steak knife.
Toppings don't have calories.
They bring out. You think it's a burger, Kurt, because there's meat in the middle that's hamburger shaped.
Mm-hmm.
But the patty's really thin, and it's sandwich sourdough. It's been toasted, and it is covered in ham, bacon, and turkey.
Huh. Delicious.
It smells delicious. And then they just kind of plop a plate in front of Marius. Like, one bun's halfway off, the other one's slid off the bottom. It's overcooked on one side.
Even better.
And then they put down a plate in front of Maria that smells divine, but also it's a strong divine scent.
Like,
Very,
like it
peppery.
smells. Oh, okay. Really, what, it smells magical. Somebody Mythos relic my burger.
So you sit down to eat.
Lena will do the flirty, I'm stealing French fries from Malcolm.
Right when Malcolm's about to reply, Maria, how does Maria scream when Maria's in pain?
Oh God.
She doesn't.
Dainty scream? Is it a quiet scream? Is it loud?
It's
Is it just...
yeah, it's more of like a gasp, but then she'll like throw her head down with one hand and just start beating on the table.
You all see this. The smallest bite has been taken out of the burger. The Ghost Pepper Challenge number 5 burger.
Oh. I would like that. Well, Maria probably wouldn't, but I would.
Sounds delicious.
Like, the top is slid off a little bit, and you can see the different colors of the various hot sauces.
Nice.
It's just like immediately drenched.
Yes, those kind that you're supposed to put a few drops on has been, like, pasted over the meat. Like with a knife.
Mm.
Sounds delicious.
You're gonna pay for that later. So, any special topic over lunch, or you just move on when you're done?
I mean, we're in a public restaurant, so Lena restricts topics to pretty much just flirting with Malcolm. Okay.
Malcolm and Lena flirt. Maria gets through half the burger before literally can't, because entire mouth area, jaw, upper lip, one of her left nostrils, her lips, and her entire inner mouth are
Wait,
burned.
one of her left nostrils? Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
No.
I had a totally different picture of Maria in my head.
Yeah, she only has
Burned numb.
two. She only
Burned
has
numb.
2 left ones. She doesn't have a
Oh,
right
only
nostril.
2. Oh, only.
Correct. Burned and numb, both left nostrils, but only one is completely numb.
Do they have shakes?
They do, yes.
So she would have probably ordered about 8 shakes by now to like try and calm this
which
down.
makes it worse because that's just milk. Yes. You're like, oh god, it's so much worse.
You want
milk
lemon
would
juice
actually
for that?
Kurt
What'd
would.
you say, Malcolm?
Oh, dairy counteracts capsaicin.
Lemon juice also helps.
Yeah.
Lemon juice. I didn't know that. That's so weird.
Isaiah actually consumes his 4 pounds of meat plus assorted toppings. But, just like Devin in real life, yes, he can consume that amount of food. Those 20,000 calories of grease and meat, he is very lethargic now. He's like zombie mode, Isaiah.
That was very tasty.
See,
We
this is
should
why I
do
don't eat
this
carbs.
again. In about an hour.
2 hours. You got to get room. All the way through, you need room. So,
Mental note: pick up some Metamucil on the way to wherever we're going.
The police officer, who's going with Lena.
Did we decide if we're going to split up or we're going to do everything? Are we doing both things as a group or are we splitting up?
Yeah, anybody could carry the cash. It doesn't have to be Isaiah or Malcolm.
I can put it in my backpack.
Backpack.
I mean, that way we're not walking around with a trash bag full of $100 bills.
I assume
Not.
part
It's a
of Malcolm's
briefcase.
deal. Yeah, I assume part of Malcolm's deal of being able to get $25,000 in an hour is that it was also in a very nice receptacle, not just like Ziploc baggies.
Yeah, no, it would be very professionally carried.
It's a
Sacked with a
briefcase,
$sign
and when
on
you
the
do it
side.
in hundreds, it's not actually that big of a briefcase.
Yeah, right. You could. Yeah, it's like a normal attaché briefcase.
Mhm.
I like attaché. Implies it goes over the shoulder, so it's a little more secure.
So how are you dividing the party?
We're gonna do everything all together, or how are we doing this?
Man, a Pot
I'm
Studio
fine with
staked for the
either.
raid.
Does anyone feel like we should be? Does anyone feel like time is of the essence and we need to split up, or do we feel like we can kind of take our time and?
I feel
Kinda
like
considering,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
considering that this guy we can't really trace. I mean, every trail he's left, unless we had something else on him, is going cold. So I feel like
Yeah.
if we don't,
So you
do
think
this,
we should split up?
Yeah.
I
'Cause
want.
if we don't, then he might just finish.
I feel like it's that whole moment of like picking teams, and then Kurt's left at the end, and nobody wants it.
Oh.
I mean, so my thought is that it might be good to do things as a group, just because we all have very complementary skills and powers and abilities. But a honeypot is usually not a team effort.
Yeah, it would just be like I said at the beginning.
Well, it
Just
really
Lena
depends.
and then someone watching, like to make sure, like if shit goes down, someone's got Lena's back.
Right, but like that's like pair, not group.
Yeah,
So that changes the dynamic a little bit.
unless the rest of the group wants to get a table together at the same restaurant that they're or whatever they're doing for whatever they're going for the honeypot, and just like, no, we don't know them.
I
I
mean,
feel like Malcolm would be the best to go with Lena just for that boost for social role.
For the social role, yes, but as far as like physical defense goes, because he's not that savory of a person, not Malcolm, but the other guy. I really don't have much. I mean, I can make a doorway that wasn't previously there, but yeah. I can also make chaos happen, so there's that.
Oh, just side note, chaos.
Yeah. Waitress trips and drops a plate in his face or something.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We're good for running distractions. We just have to sit in a room and weird stuff happens.
Also, I do have the purview of war. So I can make people fight, kind of.
Okay, so Malcolm and Lena, and then the rest of us.
Sure, that sounds
Sure.
good.
I'm fine with that.
All right, let's do it.
That's not gonna cause any like strange.
No, I'm sure this is going to be
animosity in the,
totally fine. This is going to be
Yeah, it's gonna be
100% great.
Okay.
Actually,
Nothing
Malcolm
possibly
is
could go
pretty
wrong.
chill. So, also he's really old. So
I've learned anything from the one Cthulhu-ish game I've played is that you definitely split everyone up one by one or two alone or whatever it is.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
sounds about right.
And
I mean,
never go
that
to a
worked.
library.
Great when
Right.
we did it for Sunday Night Cthulhu.
Yeah. No, and it's you always go to a library and you always read every single book. Especially the ones with the strange sigils on them.
Especially yellow ones.
Yes.
All right, so we got Team Honeypot and we got Team Broken Legs.
So you're actually going to dinner. You're not going.
It's up to Lena however she wants to run her Honeypot.
No, you're going to meet the police officer behind the station, a la Daredevil.
Hey,
Hey, that'll go fine.
bring the policeman's mom's favorite cigars.
Basically, what happens is Marius calls and is like, "Hey, Walter, whoa. It's not me. I met this girl you're going to want to meet. Showed you her your picture. She's an E-man. That's how that went down. She needs a little info. So, how far back do you hang, Malcolm?
Within ears, as I knock everything off my table and start to die. Within
don't die.
earshot, I'll try not to. Within earshot, but like far away that I don't look like I'm stalking.
Okay. Uh, he's initially defensive because he can see Malcolm, even though as far away as possible, earshot requires line of sight. So that'll make your rolls a little harder. But you do show up in the alley, Lena. How do you approach? He is a nice looking guy.
Yeah, just nice, sexy walk. She's got her makeup done really well. She's got her Spanx on.
And he's a fit Latino cop. Tall, dark hair. He's attractive.
Yeah, so she'll just like sound like, my. Come here often?
You must be Lena.
And what's your name?
Walter. That's not what I just said, but that's what we're going with now.
Walter, what a good name. And so she'll start like lightly touching on his shoulder and his arm and like. So what?
He asks if you like donuts.
Oh, I love donuts.
He asks you out to Large March's Donut Bar.
Get the fuck out.
Oh. Let's get takeout and go somewhere a little more private.
Eyes light up.
Now Malcolm's panicking a little.
He's gonna exchange numbers with you unless you resist, like cell phone to
Totally.
cell phone. Yeah. He sets a date for like in 3 days for a nice romantic dockside dinner, Kingsport's coast of town, on the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can ask him your questions.
Yeah, so before I go, I just have a couple questions. I'm sure nothing that you can't answer, but can I tell you a secret?
You can. I'll tell you one too. Surround. Marius is a dick.
I'm not a very traditional girl. I like things when they're spicy. You know what I mean?
I think so. Looks a little afraid.
You a fan of true crime? I like true crime.
Looks at you for a minute. Looks down at his uniform. Yes.
So, what can you tell me about the stuff that happened at like that really nice mansion?
Persuasion plus manipulation.
Okay. Hitting the persuasion, hitting the manipulation. This is where I'm a Viking. Three successes.
Oh yeah. With your bonuses, yeah. That's 5 total. Doesn't raise your awareness though because you didn't actually roll 5.
Okay.
He tells you everything he knows. The Levy family, Robert, Amber, and Corey, were slaughtered and partially consumed. The bodies appear to have been savaged by animals, even though the bites were human shapes and imprints. Human-sized, anyways. They had other corpses at the scene, too. Humans, but deformed, like radically deformed. They had been slashed apart with something like so sharp it's almost science fiction. Like monoblade sharp.
That's so cool.
Anonymous call reported the incident. And Detective Jill Carter owns the case. Some stuff was taken. Some kind of weird-ass frog statue. A bunch of jewelry. $5,000 in petty cash. And a painting called The Dreamlands by Pickman.
Mm-hmm.
Pikmin, that's a name that's come up before, hasn't it?
Wow.
Many times in Lovecraftian literature.
Well, this is gonna
Bob
keep,
Pickman.
Bob.
This is gonna keep me warm at night. Thank you so much, Walter. I look forward to our date.
He blushes
So, like-
and clumsily flirts.
I'll give him a kiss on the cheek and then just sort of extract from the situation.
Nice.
We have a round of applause for that. That was quite something.
Straight and to the point.
That was-
Did I mention that my favorite vampire clan is Sedite? I don't think that ever came up.
Not in this show, but we knew. Meanwhile, across town at the Gilman Mansion, you come up to the gate, and there are 6 goons guarding the gate. You can see more around the house, and there's probably more in the house. The gate itself is razor wire topped and electrified. They let you in when you're like, yeah, we're here to pay Ben's debt. And who's actually holding the money? Because that's the person they assume is in charge, and the rest of you are the goons of that person. That's what will be assumed.
I am definitely a goon.
Who's the talker?
Part of me wants Kurt to be the talker.
No, wait. Maybe. Maybe.
But I want this investigation to go well. But part of me really wants that.
Patty, you do what is most entertaining.
In Chronicles of Darkness, you can turn a regular failure into a critical failure for a beat.
So the way it would go down is this: Marius is we took Marius's car because it's the badass, shitty-looking car that's secretly a relic that can travel between Terra Incognita or not. So we took his car, and I'm driving, and just one of those things where I just put the briefcase in Kurt's lap, which is like, please just. All you have to do is hold on to this. But then when we get to the gate and the window goes down and Kurt flashes the briefcase, they're like, oh, okay, chauffeur guy in charge. Got it.
But he's got like those just big old like sunglasses that are just obnoxious.
Rhinestones?
Yeah.
The big like Oakley ones that baseball players wear?
No, not that douchey. Just like
okay.
Just like just big rhinestone, obnoxious, like movie star glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like the cool Rick Ross ones?
And he's still wearing mismatched flip-flops.
Right.
No, I'm picturing like big Elton John sunglasses.
Yeah, definitely
that
that.
big.
Yeah.
They escort you to the house. 6 more goons escort you inside, where there's goons all over the place and staff. And the house is like old, and most of the windows are covered over, and everything is very well maintained, but very old and antique. And you're escorted through the mansion through a maze of rooms to a sitting room, and it's a smoking room. And you're offered cigars, and you can see that somebody smoking a cigar is facing away from you in front of the fireplace. And you're all escorted. Well, Kurt is escorted to a very comfortable chair and offered a very expensive cigar. The rest of you are offered peripheral chairs and cheap cigars.
Whatever.
I stay standing.
Okay. And after you're all situated and they walk over and hand the briefcase to the guy facing the furnace and whisper to him, you hear a chuckle. It's very wet and phlegmy and guttural.
Oh, we're here to see Jack.
Someone's finally paying off Ben's debt.
Oh,
And he stands up. And it's a good thing Sean isn't a space lord right now. He turns around. Deep one. Fully converted.
Kurt's actually making these noises. Hi. Hey.
Oh man, not regretting my choice yet at all.
So
I was going to do before you described him as
well, for those who don't know in the audience, which I'm sure is none of you, but you never know. It's basically a human-sized frog with articulated hands and feet and gills and flippers. More like a person, but with gills and fins like a fish. It's a classic Lovecraft thing.
So I don't know if this will still work, but what I wanted to do before, when I thought he was a human, was to use one of my boons called Nothing But the Truth.
Okay.
And my imposing presence strikes divine terror into the hearts of liars. An infected character can't lie, omit the truth, or make any misrepresentation of a material fact, and consequently never imposes a misleading complication on any information they give.
Do you have to roll for that? Or is that a
it's a boon, and if
So
there's
you
a
probably just have
clash, it says clash.
do you have to
presence
invest
plus.
or spend?
I'd have to imbue one legend.
Okay, go ahead and do that, just so you remember.
Okay.
And it will be active.
Okay. I'm going to use one of the, because that's what votes do, right? It's a free legend imbue.
That's what audience votes do. Player votes are awareness,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
which you could also imbue. You could imbue with awareness. Awareness,
Okay.
you can imbue legend powers or mythos powers.
Okay, I will do that. I will use one of my votes then for that.
Okay. Oh, okay. He kind of narrows his eyes at you when you do that. At you. He knows that was you.
That's fine.
He doesn't react to it. So, you're the boss of these smooks. You definitely look like a... Yeah, I don't know what you look like.
Well, you look like a fish, so...
So, since you paid off his debts, what do you want? You could have
Um,
just dropped the money off. Clearly you want something. Ben's dead, isn't he? Fucking moron.
yes. Maybe, possibly. Saw him this morning. Didn't actually. So, and he tries to get all, like, looking tough and just like, so, why did he have debts?
Because he's the worst gambler ever.
Oh.
He paid off some of it being an enforcer for me.
Oh. Enforcing what?
He just looks at you, looks at your goons. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I didn't know if there's anything specific or not specific, nondescript enforcement or like specialized. I was curious if you had like
that
a
man
talent.
can punch.
Oh, puncher. Cool. Anyway, do you know why you might have been into art?
Because you could sell it. He had a fence.
Right.
Why else?
He had a fence. Oh, who was his fence?
Some person named Whispers.
Whispers. That's not a real name.
I mean, I might know a little bit about Whispers if we could make a deal.
What kind of deal?
Money or favors?
I could get you a signed copy of my #1 gold platinum album. Or I could get you a
he
signed
snaps
copy
his
of my...
finger, snaps his not fingers, and one of the goons walks over and puts an envelope down next to you.
Uh-huh.
You could handle this problem for me.
You want me to deliver your mail? I mean, can't he do that? And he points back to the guy that was handling it.
Just looks at the envelope, looks at you pointedly. Handle the problem. Or money. I could be bribed.
If you're asking for money, it's not really a bribe.
Yeah, I know, right?
Does Maria say that?
Yes.
There's two mooks standing next to you that aren't with you. They're with the other guy. One of them looks at you and glares at you like, opens his mouth like he's going to start an argument. Then the other guy's like, fuck! And he turns around and says, what? My fucking phone's dead! And they get distracted by realizing both of their phones are dead because they're standing next to you.
I giggle internally.
What if I gave you a private performance right now?
squints his eyes. As you can see, I've moved beyond such fleshly desires.
What, you don't like music? Like, music's the greatest thing in the world, man. Like,
Oh, music.
wait, what did you think I was going to do?
Just look
Oh,
at you.
God, what? No, that's fucked up. You're fucked up. Why would you go there? Why would you immediately go there? Why is that number one? Why wouldn't you think, like, oh, we're going to play a game of chess? Or we're going to play Parcheesi? Or maybe we'll, like, go get hamburgers or something? Like, what? What is wrong with you? Anyway, music.
Not so cute or bright, but funny.
Right, music. It'd be great. Like, in your ears, you just...
So, you could roll Persuade plus Presence, or Intimidate plus Strength.
Persuade.
You should do that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait. You said what plus what? Intimidate?
Persuade plus Presence,
Uh-huh.
or Intimidate plus Strength to try to get a better deal than assassinate some rando in a manila envelope or pay the man another 25 G's.
What would be intimidate?
I think you're thinking subterfuge in this one.
Oh,
Subterfuge. Yeah.
No, we're rolling persuasion plus presence. And can I add a vote dice to that?
Votes can be worth 2 enhancements or the Legend of You, yes.
Okay, I want to do 2 enhancements then.
Okay.
Those are extra dice to roll? Or those...
No, if you succeed, you get extra successes or you can buy stunts.
Okay, cool.
In this case, you need the extra successes.
All right. I'm going to roll again.
Woo!
5 successes.
Is that 5 without the enhancements?
Yeah, that's 5 without out.
So... You're interacting with the Mythos creature and got 5 successes. Your awareness moves to 3.
Why is succeeding in this game so bad?
Twice in the first session.
I don't want to succeed
To
in
the
this
same
game.
character. Same
In the words
character twice.
In the words of someone famous, a couple of things are going to happen.
Did you say my awareness goes to 3?
Yes.
Okay. At least I can abuse and shit.
Then your head explodes.
That's okay.
So, what happens is, what had happened was, you're able to negotiate with him
I don't even remember
a
what
percentage of rights on your next album, where he gets
Okay.
picked. Like he's willing to accept a small percentage of royalties on your next album.
Mm-hmm.
However, he's informed you that he's going to send his goons to break your legs if your album doesn't sell X number of copies. You're like, whatever. Never sold
Yeah.
less than that.
Whatever. Suck it, bitch. Like,
So it has to go at least gold, and your last 2 albums were double platinum. Yeah, good.
yeah, sure.
But like, that's a lot of fucking money. Like, if you just gotten Malcolm to give him 25 grand again, it's like $1 million. But whatever, you don't care. It's still a good deal because you didn't have to do anything right now. And he tells you the address where Whisperer stays at and the code to get in the building.
Oh, wow. Cool.
You
Wait,
all
that's-
stay for tea because
Kurt
that's the
literally
polite thing to do.
goes- Wait, that's what I asked for?
And then you stay for tea because that's the polite thing to do. And during that whole time, from the moment that Kurt negotiates the deal onward, you all notice left side of his face keeps doing this. But he doesn't seem to notice. The whole left side of his face has a twitch now. You get out in the building, you get back in the car. The car exits the gates shut behind you. Kurt blinks, inhales deeply, and just starts screaming nonstop without breathing for like a minute. His eyes roll back into his head, and all you can see is the whites of his eyes.
Is he coming down again?
How out of place is this behavior for Kurt?
Very.
Okay.
Cool.
It's still happening.
Oh,
It's not stopping.
I mean, is
been a minute and a half now. He hasn't taken a breath. The sound's starting to peter out, but he's still not inhaling.
I smack him on the back of the head.
He falls forward like he was limp and boneless, but doesn't inhale.
Do we need to go to the l'hôpital?
I'm sure he'll be fine once he stops breathing fully. He should start breathing again when he's unconscious.
Mon ami, you do not need to yell as well.
I could try something.
2.5 minutes pass.
All right.
He's blue now.
Could I try puppet show?
Puppet show?
What does puppet show do?
I take command of my charge's body and mind, directing her actions and guiding their thoughts. Success allows you to direct your charge to take a single action.
Yes. What do you have to do to make this happen?
I have to roll my guardian knack skill.
Roll it. So guardian dice plus you could do subterfuge, survival, or occult. You pick, and that'll be what it's set for the duration.
All right, and I'll do occult then. So there. 2 successes.
What do you make him do?
Breathe.
He inhales.
Inhale and and then doesn't exhale.
Oh, he inhales, and then the screaming begins again because now he has air.
Just the evilest eye I could summon at Maria. Thank you so much for that.
Then he suddenly stops.
Why don't we just stick his head out the window and people would think we're the police?
No,
Then he just suddenly stops.
Oh.
Before he stops, I had reached down. Does he wear socks?
No,
He's
got flip flops on that don't match.
He's not got no
Oh.
socks.
I could totally see him wearing socks still. Okay.
No. Like he's dressed because this is a show, but his shirt's open. You can see his chest hairs. He's got shorts on that are too tight. Yeah, there's no socks. He's wearing a bathrobe.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely true.
Are you the dude?
No, this is what's his name?
Klaus.
Klaus from Umbrella Academy is what.
Oh, okay.
Just before he stops, I briefly contemplate pulling off the sash from the robe and stuffing it in his mouth.
No, there's no sash. It's just a robe.
He would have scarves and stuff. That
Yes.
Just,
And an ascot, probably.
Yeah, just...
Yeah, I would have contemplated I was just about to go and grab it to stuff it in your mouth, and then you stop. Oh, yes. I'm glad you're doing okay.
What? Give me my scarf. Why would you take that?
So, for the
Where-
duration of the next session, not tonight, in the middle of sentences, when it's either comedic or inconvenient, you just stop talking and start whispering about the Outer Dark.
Oh, God. Okay.
You meet back up with the other two and compare notes.
Yeah, Lena will not hold anything back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave you incomplete information because I was thinking about... Which reminded me, Lena. You increasing your awareness. The code he gave you wasn't like to break into his house. It was to get into the next auction. The secret password.
Okay.
Nice.
Which is a day from now.
Okay.
That's the password, or that's when it happens?
You have both.
Both.
The time, the place, and the secret entry code.
He wants the password a day from now.
Can we Can we say while we're with Gilman, we dropped the name Whisper Auction House and put 2 and 2 together that this Whispers...
this person's name is Whispers. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Early in the show, you were like, his name's Gilman. It's only one L. It's not like he's a, deep one. And then he ended up being a deep one.
That's called misdirection.
I actually had forgotten he had said that until now.
I have called him the Big Fish.
For those wondering, Gilman is the name of the character from the actual story that comes with the manuscript. However, it's also the name of the last deep one they had to fight and came from the CK. It's like a trend. So, you have a day left before the auction happens. You can't get into the place where the murder happened, plus you got most of what you need. If you want more information about it, the detective you can try to talk to. You know that this Whispers person most likely has the Dreamlands by Robert Upton Pickman. You know that he didn't commit the murder. He showed up afterwards and got just as freaked out as everyone else because he threw up about it and stole stuff. And another clue now that you're back together. Impossibly sharp thing killed the weird humanoid deformed people at the murder scene. Yeah, Ben has impossibly sharp Viking weapons. Norse weapons, I apologize. It's definitely a Scion thing. So that leads you to more clues. Ben was there. Maybe tried to help the people, who knows? Got away with the painting. Maybe the deformed things chased him.
That's what I was saying.
Tried to call you, and everything went bad because you didn't get the message. And that's where we paused for the session. You can complete the mystery next session. You still have several leads you can follow up on, and then the auction itself. What could go wrong?
Sounds fine.
Yeah, everything will be great.
I don't know. I go back to the last game we were playing where we were in an art gallery.
What could go wrong?
And yeah, so
everything will be just fine.
I mean, it can't be any worse than that, really.
Well, audience, that's all the Mythos awareness one of these characters at least can handle. But fret not, we will return next Tuesday to continue this dark tale. And then the Tuesday after that to play Dragon, the other Kickstarter in Scion that's going on. As for other Onyx Path goodness you can enjoy with us, you can catch me, Eldritch Echoes, on Saturday on our channel running Deviant the Renegades, a story I'm calling Radiation Burns. Every Tuesday for January and part of February, you can catch us here playing Masks of the Mythos, and then Patrick, play for everyone, will be running Dragon. Every Friday, we played Scarred Lands, a story called Dracogenesis on our channel, also run by Patrick. And in February, on Sundays, I will be running a Mage's 20th Anniversary Edition Mythos story titled White Walls. And on Thursdays, Duane, in February, will be running Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition on our channel. Go to VopaTales.com online to see our calendar, including all our other awesome games outside of Onyx Path Systems. We play something every day of the week. You can also get our social media links, link to Discord to come hang out, links to past games on YouTube, and if so inclined, links to Patreon. Scions of the Outer Dark let the viewers know the next show they can catch you in with us and other cool things outside of the show you do online.
Hey, I'm at Space Lord PJs. Tomorrow I'll be running our Infinity game, Awesome Ventures. It'll be great. Fantastic Fables. Join us, please. It'll be awesome.
Hey everybody, I'm Ever, and you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. You can also find me Thursday evening playing Grim Hollow with my half-elf fiend, bard, noble, sassy person. And, yeah, looking forward to it.
Howdy, everyone. I am Patrick on the internet as @PattyShakes_. Tonight I played Marius Iro, the PI Scion of Cthulhu. Next time you'll see me will be Friday for Scarred Lands, Dracogenesis, Titan's Lament. Our intrepid adventurers are in the middle of an investigation of their own into the murder/body snatching of somebody.
Gasp.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. Tomorrow I will be at Plastic Age Plays playing a fun little rat person druid for a Scarred Lands game. Thursday I will be back on this channel running Changeling the Dreaming game. Should be a lot of fun. I know I promised last week that we would have a Changeling Technocrat throwdown. That didn't happen, but it will happen this Thursday. That should be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to be back here, no, not back here. I'm going to be at Vorpal Tales on Sunday, playing some Cult. That'll be fun.
Ah, yes, I am Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi on the internet, and the next time you guys will see me will be Thursday running Grim Hollow, in search of sanity.
And I am Devin. You can find me online at Sort of Sully. The next time you'll see me will be Friday for our Dracogenesis Titan's Lament game with Patty.
And now for our Ride or Die viewers, it's vote time. Audience members, you can vote for any cast member you want, and they can use your vote to get a free imbuing of the legend without having to spend or imbue, or to regenerate when it's spent. And then they also get to vote for each other, which they can use to either get 2 free enhancements to any roll or to replenish spent awareness without having to do a Mythos fate binding, which is much worse than regular fate binding. So in the normal order, who and why?
Oh man, that's a good question. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Patty because did not realize he was French.
My character didn't talk last session.
That is true. That makes a whole lot of sense now. Huh.
I'm going to give mine to Rachel for that badass, like, she did Operation Honeypot without, like, degrading her character in any way. So it was, like, very empowering in my opinion, and I thought that was pretty badass.
Thank
Also
you.
for all the awesome flirting, which totally made player go, ha, and lose track of how to respond, because a pretty girl always throws me off.
Oh, thank you.
I give my vote definitely for Operation Honeypot as well. 100%.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna vote forever for pretty much the same reason. I really like our emerging character relationship. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's me. I don't know, I was kind of distraught again this week. Since Rachel was kind of clearing house, I'm going to vote for Sean because I still fucking hate your character. I still hate him. I think he's just...
But he's awesome.
He's just one of those people that I don't want to see on the street.
Yeah, I'm also giving it to Sean just because his roles were phenomenal and that was bloody hilarious.
Yeah, apparently you don't want to roll good in this. Bad stuff happens.
It's okay.
No,
You're already a little
I meant that
insane.
in a good way, Sean.
Right. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Hi.
Oh God, what happened to the cameras?
Patty dropped. Okay.
Oh no! I have
Hi.
to fix them here at the end.
And now that votes are done, let us return to Rillier and dream darkly until this tale returns next week. We leave you to your nightmares. Good night.
Came back just in time for the ascending salute.